Welcome, dear friends, to this meditation session for Dhammadharani Monastery. Very good morning to you. And we have a topic for the meditation today, which is cultivating compassion. And so let us consider this and let's begin our meditation together. Please be comfortable. Just finding the right posture for yourself, whether you're in a chair or sitting on the mat on the floor, to pay attention to the spine and to the head, and just allow an alignment, an uprightness by paying attention here. An upright, energized posture, friends. Closing the eyes. Take a few deeper breaths, perhaps, to help to relax and to arrive here. Meditation is all about kindness. It is all about compassion. Is it not? And so even as we begin this meditation session, let's bring to mind this quality of compassion, so closely connected with loving kindness, a sense of well-wishing here. Whatever we experience, held in a heart of kindness, a heart of compassion. So we can bring our attention to the body sitting more fully, undistractedly. Let's let go, put aside all our cares and concerns, all our thoughts, all our history. Let's allow ourselves to come home fully to this present moment experience. So even as you hear the voice in the background, allowing the attention to begin to investigate, feel out this embodied experience. How is the body? There's no verbal answer to this, but an invitation to feel. Breathing deep, feeling the belly, feeling the weight of the body resting on the ground, feeling the shoulders relaxing, feeling the skin so alive, so sensitive, touch of the air, touch of the cloth. Feeling both inside and outside of the body. Following the breath as it enters through the nostrils, maybe the mouth, feeling its passage deep into the chest, rise and fall of the belly, feeling the feet, the legs, the hands, the arms, arriving more fully. into this simple, precious moment. And always with kindness, with compassion. Allowing the attention to move through the body in different ways, or to rest on the breath, rhythm of the breath, or any particular area or part of the body, whatever works for you. Be here. Be in touch with Vedana, with feeling. Be in touch with Kaya, with body. What is it like to wish this experience well? What is it like to imbue this experience with a heart of kindness, a heart of compassion? Perhaps a sense of centering in the heart, center of the body, and feeling what's happening here. And bringing in a lightness, brightness, genuine kindness. And allowing sense of kindness, sense of well-wishing to permeate this experience. Just like a benevolent, kind, loving mother gazing at her child. We investigate this experience, embodied experience, so tenderly, with such regard. And so we can sit, making the most of this so precious time, the luxury of having time and inclination for practice. Whatever arises, whatever feelings, whatever thoughts, emotions are present, we can have this kind, loving attitude of welcoming, open house. The doors of the heart are open. No resistance here. and we can meet experience fully. Breath by breath. A sense of continually opening, spacious, kind, compassionate, wise attention. Investigating the Dhamma here. And we can check from time to time, just checking the posture. We can start to see, how is the attention? Is it steady, bright, continuous mindfulness? Or is there immersion, distraction, getting lost in thinking and losing the sense of being the Dhamma, being awake to the truth here? And we can attend if there's a restless, distracted mind, compassionately and kindly. Let's focus more intently. Come back to the breath, come back to the body. Breathe deep. Sit straight and bring in energy. And we can begin to feel out, how is it? How is it just now? How is the heart? How is the mind? How is the body? As we cultivate this loving, compassionate attention that welcomes whatever is experienced and invites its clear expression. We're curious, interested, energetically present. For whatever's unfolding, whatever's manifesting in this body and mind. We're here. cultivating presence, cultivating compassion, willing to be present for anything and everything that manifests here, all the different degrees of suffering, physical, emotional, mental, stress. Breathing deep, resonating with our experience, wishing it well, thankful, grateful, and we're cultivating the ability to let go, step back, make space, allow the flow of experience to do what it does, to keep changing. Nothing personal, no control here, constant change. Compassionately allowing ourselves to free up, be the knower, be the observer, learning from everything, totally present, intimately aware, awake to experience, and so able to let go, let it flow, let it be. Cultivating this heart of compassion, kindness, and equanimity. We stand free, allowing experience to be just what it is. Kindly, kindly, compassionately present. Blessing, blessing the flow of Dhammas. As the Buddha said, to cultivate compassion, even for a finger snap, is of great fruit and benefit. How blessed we are. So we have a few more minutes to continue meditating together. And for those who feel inclined, I'd like to invite us to radiate our cultivation of compassion, of kindness, with a wish. May all beings be free from suffering. Bringing the attention to the heart, the center, bringing up karuna, compassion, metta, kindness, loving kindness, and extending our good wishes, our blessings in every direction. All beings everywhere, past, present, and future. May all beings be free from suffering. And let it be a feeling or a intention, whatever it is for you. A sense of radiating forth, a sense of sharing, a sense of blessing, recognizing the vastness within, recognizing the capacity to bless, recognizing the goodness of sharing all that we have received, all that we have learned, all the goodness of our lives that we can share, extend, radiate the blessings. The blessings of our lives, the blessings of our practice. With a wish, may all beings be well. May all beings be free from suffering. And where there's suffering in the world, where people are struggling, afraid, in danger, not able to get the essentials of life, compassionately wishing them well. May they be well. May they be at peace. May they find safety. May they be free from suffering. So, friends, we can just gently, taking your time, emerge from the meditation and take care of the body. If you need a good stretch, opening the eyes. Such a beautiful practice to cultivate compassion, friends. Of course, we're meeting our own suffering when we bring up a heart of compassion, a heart of kindness, where it's like inviting ourselves, this one, this mind, this body, to express its dukkha. It's an invitation, and it's a way to wake up to how it is. It's like a doorway, isn't it? A Dhamma doorway. to begin with compassion, to begin with kindness, and to make that our kind of object of attention, to sustain the heart of kindness and compassion in our practice. And personally, I find it amazing how it is an invitation for all that is not comfortable, all that is not well, to reveal itself. And we get to meet the dukkha. And of course, I feel, don't you, that we are so blessed to have the practice. So we can make time, in our days. For me, it's at the end of meditation to share the blessings. May all beings be well. And to make time for this, because we have we have that ability to bless the world and know it, to know that and to be that, to be light, to be bright, to be a blessing to all those we come in contact with. We can do this. It's not personal, of course. As soon as we take our blessings personally, they're no longer there for us. But if we recognize the Buddha Dhamma as the great blessing in this world, the great light in this world, then we can share that. Just get out of the way and let it, illuminate. And so to cultivate compassion in our practice is to meet the world compassionately and to have this ability, not to get caught up in negativity if we come in contact with difficulties, not to take offenses personally, not to get upset with people when they behave in unskillful ways around us, but rather we're just ready to meet that suffering with compassion, with love. And it's magic, isn't it? As I'm sure you've had experiences to be doing the thing that's not expected. We're not expected to come back with kindness when someone's ready for a fight. They're trying to get us to engage in a negative way, hostile way. Even in small ways, this can happen, can't it? If we rise up and we're ready to meet any kind of negativity with love and compassion, it's just wonderful to see how things can transform relationships, situations. When someone's coming like this with a big fist and we're like the water, we just flow around it. There's nothing meeting it. Where does it go? Where does it go? Just oh. There's no fight. We can do this. And compassion is the way. Metta, loving kindness, is the way. So how amazing, how wonderful to have these tools at our disposal. We have some time. Anyone who would like to come in, we can have some conversation now. Any comments, questions, reflections, very welcome. Yes, Diana.
Thank you, Ayya. In the beginning, when you were leading it, the thing you were saying, I felt myself smiling, and I allowed that, of course, and it's like I couldn't stop smiling, and I was like, this feels good. I needed it so much. I needed the feeling of smiling. It felt really good, and I wanted to thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Diana. Isn't a smile a great thing, actually? I do feel that. I feel that sometimes when I'm sitting and I'm a bit drowsy, not quite present, hazy, or if I'm feeling upset about something, irritability, anger. It can be really helpful to bring a smile on the face. Actually, in your case, this was very natural, but sometimes I'll bring a smile, do the smile, even when I don't feel like smiling. It's fascinating to see what kind of an effect that has on the mind. So
It
that's
can lift.
lovely.
It can lift everything, or just humming a tune or something, because the music raises the vibration, in your spirit and in the air around you too. So, but smiling and humming.
Yes, absolutely. It is fascinating how we associate certain things with moods. And a smile is a very clear case of a way to lift the spirits. Absolutely. Humming, tunes, very interesting. I mean, monastics, we don't listen to music at all. And I think it's fascinating to not listen to music very much at all and to then notice on the occasions when we hear some music how incredibly emotive it can be. And then we can consider, there's some music that has the kind of stirring effect that is not necessarily terribly wholesome or helpful, but there are other kinds of music or chanting which have a soothing, an uplifting
Chanting.
effect. Yeah.
Even have you ever listened to Gregorian chant? It's
Yes, yes, absolutely, Diana. Spiritual chants, Christian, Buddhist chanting, mantras also that sometimes have a tune to them. All of these things can be incredibly helpful. Actually, they can really help to focus the mind. It's very interesting, isn't it? And I think once you get to a place where the mind is quite focused, it becomes more still within, then there's an inclination to put aside the sound, and that's interesting. And I think we know those points when that time comes, the time to let the mantra go, turn off the chanting, and just be with the silence, because it becomes so much more peaceful for us. But these ways of coming into stillness, so helpful. And yeah, I noticed you smiling, and even seeing someone smile, when we smile at someone else, when we're out there in the world and we're being kind, being compassionate, we may find ourselves smiling quite a lot. And, most often that has an uplifting effect on others. And we know when that's not appropriate too, but it's a gift, most often to offer a smile. Yeah. Thank you, Diana. Friends, anybody else like to comment, question, share on aspects of your practice? How are you all doing? Anything that feels like something to share or something to ask? Feel free, we have some time. And we're all sitting here with a heart of compassion. Let's just enjoy this compassionate space. Okay, yes. Elizabeth.
Was wondering a little bit about the eyes. I feel like when my eyes are closed, I'm more likely to drift into sleepiness or thinkiness. And so sometimes I feel like it would be beneficial to have my eyes open, but it seems like mostly the instruction is to close the eyes. So I was wondering a little bit about that.
Thank you very much for that question. It's a really good one. Comes up a lot, and it's true. Oftentimes, the instruction or the advice is close the eyes because of the sense that it may help to bring the attention into the body, into Veda, into feeling. But honestly, it's not essential. And indeed, you probably know, like in the Zen tradition, the instruction is to keep the eyes open. So it just shows how it could be either way. They will just sit in Zen practice often just looking at a very simple object like the wall, a plain wall. So that gives a good pointer, I feel. If we do find it more helpful to keep the eyes open, which of course is helpful for energy, for staying awake, staying alert. And indeed, if people feel sleepy or dull during the practice, it's really good to open the eyes. So it's a helpful thing in many cases, but when we do have the eyes open, just to have them kind of half open, gazing down at the ground, keeping it very simple so that we're not distracted by the visual input. But perfectly okay. Yeah, if you find that helpful, I would just look at something plain and simple and have your eyes just kind of restfully open, just
That's
a restful gaze.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. And we just have a couple of minutes left to be mindfully together in compassion. Feel free if there's any other sense of wanting to come in. Yes. Is it Flo or is it Jane?
I'm Flo. My
Hi,
mom's
Flo.
hello. I feel like today I noticed I had like initially like a thought I needed to like resolve, and I felt like being in like the calm meditative state was helpful for that. But then I feel like I hit a point where I was like, okay, I have my conclusion. I know what I'm gonna do. And then I kept thinking about it and was like, okay, I feel like now I'm just running in circles. And I don't know, it felt interesting to notice this like I'm going to be very concentrated and have like directed thought. I have now reached my conclusion. Okay, now I'm just ruminating. Um, okay, now it's time to stop thinking, or like at least think about compassion rather than this personal thing. Uh, that's all.
Thank you so much. It's really lovely to hear about that sense of, yeah, the intentionality that comes in, and it's really very fine. If we have a sense of how we're going to practice, we have a determination. It's really wonderful to allow that intention and to see it through. But also we can notice, isn't it often, Flo, when we're meditating, that these things will fall away and or something else might happen. And I just find that this is a very good opportunity there for insight, right? To see how it is, that things are changing. Everything's changing. The body's changing, the perceptions are changing, the thoughts are changing, the intentions are shifting and changing, consciousness is changing, and we can just allow ourselves to investigate that and keep going with your good intentions. Thank you, Flo. Well, dear friends, we've come to the end of our time together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for your compassion. And for those who are free, we have the Sutta Study this afternoon for most of you. And we're going to be looking at a couple of wonderful suttas. So anyone who's available free then, you're most welcome to join. Otherwise, see you again hopefully next week, along with Ayya will be here next week. Thanks, everyone.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Ayya.
Thank you very much.